Hey Dawn, this is Kayla. We talked a little bit earlier on the phone. I told you I'd shoot you a quick video here. So I just wanted to show you when I look up power washing cranberry, you do come up right underneath the ad here. You are the first one on the map pack, and you are the first one on the organic rankings too. So that's awesome. Whatever they're doing right now, which like I said, I would try to go back and look. Is great. Whatever they're doing is great. I would be curious to know, once you stop or if you stopped working with them, what would happen to the site? Like if they've built it to be permanently up here, or if they're, paying a certain service or paying Google to just keep you up at that spot. Because when I look here at one of the tools that I use, you don't have a lot of backlinks, which is one of the three main things that Google looks for here. But you do have a lot of good organic keywords, which is perfect. We definitely, when we rank things, we want to make sure that you have a lot of keywords, and you do have those 50 organic keywords in here. And that's where I said if you are planning on going into other niches, when it's your slow season, if you're looking to target anything else, we would want to find out what keywords are ranking in those areas and where and how to target those, which is great. You already have that many. And then backlinks. So that's what I was curious about, because you only have 4 backlinks with 3 referring domains. And a lot of times, it does take a lot more to rank with that little amount of backlinks. So that's why I said I'd be curious to know. Usually, working with search engine optimization, you would want to continually be adding backlinks to your site. Even if your site's already ranked now, when you start franchising and linking your main site back to these franchisee sites, you're going to be able to drive a lot of authority to them based on what you have on your site. So that would definitely be an opportunity here, is just to drive more backlinks to and from your site. And then I just wanted to look at the keywords that you are ranking for, just to see. So it looks like power washing Pittsburgh, you're position 3 on there. A lot of, the power washing Pittsburgh is a big one. I'm not seeing a lot of, like you were saying, the Mars and Wexford, things like that. There's not a whole lot in here. There's this of Cranberry Township, Cranberry, PA, but not a ton of other, like the smaller areas around Pittsburgh that I'm seeing on the site here. I did go in and look at what we were talking about, citations. So again, those top 3 things that Google is looking for to rank your site are going to be those backlinks, the keywords within the content of your site, and then these citations here, which is really what drives those map pack rankings. And I found that you have 16 citations. There's 21 more opportunities. So you have about 43% of the citations that your competitors have. Which again, super interesting that, it's ranking number 1, and some of your competitors do have more citations, which is fine. But I would just, be curious to know, once you stop paying Yellow Pages, what happens to the site? Does the ranking fall, or did they build it up to where this can, permanently stand without you paying them? Because that's what I want to do. I want to get your site ranked, over the smallest amount of time as possible, but I want it to be able to stay there. I don't want you to have to continue, like ads where you're just paying, and then once you stop paying, you're not getting any more clients because everything kind of disappears. So I would definitely be curious if you are able to get a hold of them and maybe see what they are doing for your site. I definitely would be interested, or, for you just to know on your own what they're doing. Because it doesn't look like they're permanently building up the back end of your site. And if they are, I would be very interested to know what exactly that is or what that looks like. But these are the citations that we talked about. So where your business information is out on other sites. So as you can see here, these are you. So you're on Facebook, Go Local, BBB. I'm surprised they don't have you on their Yellow Page City. And then down here, so, okay, obviously the Yellow Pages. And then these numbers over here, this just kind of shows you how much authority these sites have. So as you can see, a lot of these are pretty high up in authority. And that's good. The higher authority, the better it is, the more authority Google gives to you and to that citation. So that could be why. It's just because, the citations you have do have a lot of authority, and that's really given you that rank. And also those 50 reviews, those absolutely helped too, because it didn't look like a lot of competitors had as many reviews as you did. Like 19.3. I'm going to go into, let's see here. I'm going to go into Quick Trigger here because they're also on the map pack. And I just want to see what they have on the back of their site too, just to, again, to kind of compare. But what we do is, especially if you're looking, to go into those franchises, I would absolutely be willing to work with, any of those franchisees and help them get a site started and getting those sites ranked in the areas that they want to rank for. So it looks like they're number 2 in Pittsburgh. So here's the thing. I didn't search Pittsburgh. I just searched Cranberry. Azalea Opal. They've got some Butler keywords on here. Not a ton of power washing. They're home power washing. They're down at 67. Let's see what their keywords are doing here. See, they have 153 backlinks and 98 keywords. So they have, more keywords, more backlinks, and more citations. So I'm definitely impressed in, how high we're ranking here without having the backlinks and citations that some of these other companies have. But again, and that's fine. Like you said, whatever they're doing right now is absolutely working. You can't fix what's not broken. But I would definitely be curious to know how permanent what they're doing is. Let's see. So we looked at so there's definitely some opportunities to get you on some other local citations here. And we would just do this for any location. So if, you're targeting Erie or you're targeting Youngstown, you mentioned Wexford. Now, I did want to show you as well when I search, and maybe just because Cranberry and Wexford and stuff is so close in vicinity, you are ranking in there. So when I look up Wexford, PA, power washing, you are ranking here. So you're right here as well. And then we've got some other people down here. So same kind of thing. Now you're not ranking in the organic listings, which is fine. You said that map pack is really what's bringing you the most. So you're number 11 down here. So, the site as far as ranking for Wexford could use some more work. But as far as on the map pack, you're still here and you're reading as Mars. So if people are looking up Mars, PA, power washing, same thing, you're going to be number 1 here. So these local areas, let me see here, they're not bad at all. Still, these are Home Advisor, so you're still getting that top organic spot. So in these close vicinities, you're definitely ranking on the map pack. I absolutely would think, regardless, it's going to be a good idea to get more of those backlinks, just because that way, if you do decide to, part ways with this Yellow Pages company, once you have those backlinks and you have the same amount of keywords as your competitors, the same amount of citations as your competitors, regardless of who you're paying, your site is going to stay number 1, and it's going to continue to bring in those leads that you're getting from being the number 1 spot on there. He said, maybe ranking for Erie. So now Cranberry is obviously a lot further from Erie than like Wexford is. So you're, not going to be on here, which is fine because you don't want jobs here right now. But once your franchises start to open up, you're going to want to rank in any of those areas where you're franchising at. Youngstown, Ohio. And then again, I can go into my tools and look and see, okay, here's Youngstown, Ohio, here's power washing in Youngstown, Ohio. How many backlinks do we need? How many keywords do we need to get you up to that first position in all of these areas? So it seemed like, you're concerned with Wexford and Mars and things like that. You have no problem being in that top spot here. But once you do start branching out, or the franchisees start to branch out, they're going to really want that help to outrank all of these companies. See, and there's really, these are like Angie's List, Yellow Pages, Porch, Facebook. So there's really not a lot of organic sites that are in here. It's all different platforms that just have lists of businesses in them. Power washing in Youngstown, Ohio looks to be like they're the only competitor. And they don't match what's up here. So that tells me that they're not really doing any SEO behind the scenes. So again, as soon as a competitor comes in and actually puts in those powerful backlinks, those good local citations, and have the right keywords, they're going to outrank this one pretty easily. So that's just, a very brief overview as far as what I look for. You already have what you need as far as being the highest on the map pack, but I would definitely want to get your site set up to where you don't need to be continually pouring money into these places that don't necessarily care if your website continues to rank. Just because it does look like what they may just be, paying Google for a top spot, similar to like you paying for ads to be the top spot. That may be their strategy as well. And they, they're a big company, so they may just have that deal with Google to where they can do that. Where I'm going to rank you organically and continue to monitor, what your competitors are doing. If they're putting in more backlinks, if they're putting in more organic keywords, we're going to know. And then we can just go in and do the same thing, but one step better, one step ahead. So I don't want to keep you too long, but I just wanted to show you, where you're at as far as your citations and where some of your competitors are at. It looked like, it said you have about 43% of your competitor citations. So there's definitely more opportunity to get you at, 100%, get you those 21 other citations, or possibly even more. This is just one tool. We can, utilize other tools and find all of the citations that we want to get. I usually try to do like 60 within a month, just to make sure, again, organically, you're going to stay up on that map pack because you by far would have the most amount of citations, and we can do that for each area that you're targeting. So for right now, again, those Wexford and Cranberry areas, you don't need help on your site, but we can definitely help out whoever's going to franchise, or if there's other areas that you want to target. So if you want to give me a call back, 814-440-4621. I'm going to send this to you in an email, so you'll have my email as well, but I'd love to talk to you more and see what we can do. All right, well, you take care and have a great rest of your night.